Thank you for having me in the broadcast booth today, but I'm excited for this one. Weather doesn't get much better than this. It's a bit hot.
Clouds covering a little bit.
Just a bit.
We're getting ready for the first pitch. We got the Bates commit, first team All-FCIAC, Kevin Gordon leading things off for the Norwalk Bears.
The atmosphere we have here at 70 North today is unmatched.
First pitch is going to show bunt from Gordon, but it's going to be high for ball one. Rutgers had a tough game in the first round of the States against Glastonbury. Ended up pulling out of an upset win. Count's going to be 1-1 now.
Staples coming off a big-time win versus Hull. 6-2 was the score. Fired it up in the center of the game.
Going to be grounded over to Connor Brill at first. Nice, easy play. Can of corn, they like to call it. A couple bounces, and Brill just takes it himself for the first out.
And that Hull game was something that we really didn't know what to expect because they're traveling an hour 30 minutes up in Connecticut. And that's a game with those circumstances that could really be anybody's game.
Next up to the plate is going to be Josh Todd. FCIAC honorable mention. First pitch he's going to see from Landgraf is going to be a fastball right down the middle for a strike. Landgraf coming off an injury a couple weeks ago and has just really been doing very well since then.
Winner of this game will play the winner of Ludlow versus Southington, which I believe is happening at the same time right now. So we should be able to provide some live score updates as this game goes on.
1-1 is going to be an off-speed line drive to Cicero at second with a nice easy play. Took a couple of steps to his right and just sucked that one right into his glove.
It's pretty nonchalant if you ask me. I mean, he didn't really move at all.
A quick 2 outs for the Wreckers and Landgraf. Three hole is going to be Jacob Fields. He's an all-divisional baseball player and looking to play at Hudson Valley for JUCO next year. First pitch is going to be an off-speed just at the top of the zone, but going to go for a ball. And Fields is one of the players on this Norwalk team that has played with some of the Staples players on the Connecticut Sharks summer team. So some of the guys on the Wreckers knows this guy really well. One ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs. One's going to be low for a ball.
Norwalk, on the other end, is coming off a big win versus Glastonbury. And, Charlie, we look at the CIAC tournament bracket, and you look at the other side, and there's a team called Fairfield Prep that's going to be really tough.
Very tough.
For any of the teams on this side of the bracket to beat them.
Especially after Fairfield Prep beat Lyman Hall. They were obviously #1 in the state the whole season until Prep came out on top in their regular season matchup.
Prep's only loss of the season was actually to Trumbull, who Staples mercied in the regular season.
3-1 pitch is going to be high for ball 4 as Jacob Fields is going to be the first base runner of the day. And the 4 hole is going to be Jaden Singh, another FCIAC honorable mention. Let's see if Landgraf can get his lefty pickoff move dialed in and maybe get Jacob Fields. First pitch fastball is going to get by Singh for strike 1. And obviously everyone knows the name Gavin Shikar in Norwalk. Sophomore throwing about 93, 94 miles an hour. He's not pitched much this season just because they want to save his arm for the big leagues, which is
shocking.
Unbelievable.
Scratch trying to win a state championship. How about we just go to the league instead?
Jacob Fields taking his lead off first as Landgraf steps off. 1-1's the count with 2 outs still. Landgraf looks over at Fields. A little bit of a high throw, but Brill gets up there to keep that one in play.
Seeing a high pitch over to Torrey, and then a pretty high ball to Brill. I don't doubt that Landgraf will be able to find his rhythm pretty soon.
Another fastball is going to be high and away for ball 2. So 2 balls and 1 strike with 2 outs. Fields on first. Fastball sings, going to just be high once again. So another 3-1 count for Landgraf. Not that big of a lead from Fields at first. The pitch is going to be away for another walk. So back-to-back 2-out walks for Landgraf, as now it's going to be first and second for Esco Emereno, the lefty. First mound visit from pitching coach Kevin Morton. Kevin Morton had his time in the MLB with the Boston Red Sox.
Yeah, I don't think they really have much to worry about now. I mean, 2 outs, first and second, but it's going to take Landgraf a bit to get into his rhythm. But I think once he does that, maybe innings 2, 3, 4, I mean, could be trouble for Norwalk.
First 2 batters for Landgraf, he did very well. Just quick 2 outs. Now first and second just makes every base available for the Wreckers to get an out. All bases are a force out, so that's even more easy. And Fields going to be back.
First lefty on lefty of the day.
First pitch to Emereno is going to be a fastball down the middle for a strike. And the arm slot from Landgraf on these lefty batters is going to be very difficult for them to see the placement of the ball. The 0-1 is going to be an off-speed that just ducks right in on Emereno for a strike. A great pitch from Cole Landgraf, starting it right on that inside shoulder and just dropping that into the zone. The 0-2. Fastball goes for strike 3. Cole Landgraf with his first strikeout of the day.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think those 2 walks were any trouble at all. I mean, we saw the mound visit, but really once Landgraf gets in his zone, it's going to be hard to pull him out. I believe it'll be Charlie Fitch to relieve Landgraf later in the game, probably innings 6 and 7.
Let's just hope that Landgraf lasts that long without much harm done on him and his arm. Now the pitcher for Norwalk is going to be Dylan Izzy. Now Dylan Izzy's also one of these guys that has played with the CT Sharks with multiple guys on the Staples team. So they might know his arm very well, but we'll see if that can mean or changes anything.
On the other side of spring sports for Staples High School, we've got the CIAC quarterfinals. It's Staples taking on Wilton at Wilton. That's Dylan Robin and Ethan Kastner on the call. If you want to listen to that, in addition to me and Charlie, then you can go over to the other YouTube live stream. I believe that's on what? Staples Lacrosse?
Staples Lacrosse. I mean, that would make most sense. Or it could be on O'Shea Productions.
Could be on O'Shea Productions. But both teams looking for a trip to the CIAC semifinals.
Keeping things going this whole season. Cicero leading things off for the Wreckers. I mean, FCIAC Player of the Year, batting over 500. It's just an unbelievable season for the senior captain.
A storyline of the Staples team has been how loud their bench is. I mean, I think I've heard it from maybe 5 or 6 different people in the last week, but it's really incredible. I mean, you can hear it on the mic.
I mean, they're really loud. The thing about Dylan Izzy on the mound is he might not be one of the pitchers that throws the hardest, but his arm slot makes it really difficult for the hitter to read. It just comes at you on a straight line. First pitch is going to be high for ball 1. Izzy in the windup is going to be fouled off right back towards us. Let's see if we get a car here early. No good. So counts even at 1. Pitch from Izzy going to be an off-speed. Cicero drives this one into center field. It's going to be over his head. That's Kevin Gordon in center. It's going to be caught in the fence. Puts his hands up. It's going to be a ground rule double. Cicero with some early impact in the bottom of the first.
FCIAC Player of the Year, showing why he's named that. First at-bat of the day, and it's a ground rule double for Jules Cicero.
It's just a great piece of hitting. Stayed back on the off-speed and just drove that into the left center gap. Now we're going to see the pitcher, Cole Landgraf, up to the plate. Landgraf, a lefty batter for this Records team. First pitch fastball is going to be in the foul territory. Can anyone get there? Left fielder dives, but just misses.
That was pretty close.
An insane play from Josh Todd.
I feel that Cicero always capitalizes on his first at-bat. What game was it when he had 2 straight homers in his first 2 at-bats? I believe it was against Ludlow.
And one of them was a grand slam.
And one of them was a grand slam. Now he's got a ground rule double off the first one.
He's on cycle watch.
Already scoring opportunity for the Wreckers.
Fastball's going to be a hard ground ball on the right side. Is this going to score Cicero? He's going to go. Landgraf gets it past the first baseman. That's Dylan Forte, and the Wreckers strike first early in the bottom of the first. Cole Landgraf with an RBI single. Now in the 3 hole is going to be Vincent Vega. Just 2 back-to-back hits for the Wreckers. That leads to a run early. Still no outs in the bottom of the first. First pitch off speed on Vega is going to go for a strike. Landgraf with a healthy lead on first. Another off speed is going to go low. Good job from Fields blocking that one. And the count's even at 1. Landgraf with his back foot just at the edge cut of grass. And he goes. This one's fouled. Gonna see a car, maybe.
Definitely a car.
It sounded like
a soft top.
Top of the Jeep, possibly. That was a hit and run play that the Wreckers were trying to execute. Now it's gonna be a 1-2 count. Might see a little pickoff on Landgraf after he tried to steal a bag there. Blue calls time, I believe, or could have been Vega at the plate. Still 1-2 count. Landgraf at first. No outs. Pickoff. That's exactly what I was talking about. The 1-2 pitch, off speed. Vega stays back, rips it into right field. Is it enough? Just off the fence, but bounces over. Another ground rule double for Staples. Just an absolute rocket of a line drive. And that thing was very low to the ground, but traveled unbelievably far, Thomas.
In past games, hitting has been a problem for the Staples offense, but right now, I think it's fair to say that is not something they have to worry about today. 2 ground rule doubles, and then a big-time scoring hit from Cole Landgraf. And it's a 1-0 lead with second and third with 0 outs, Charlie. This could be a big first inning for Staples.
Could be a huge first inning and great for the momentum. Now Mark Kelly, one of the hotter hitters on this team. He's had himself a couple home runs in a couple multiple hit games. See if he can continue that here today. Second and third. Landgraf on third, Vega on second. The 1-0 to Kelly is going to be a fastball, and it hits him.
Took it like a boss.
Bases loaded for the freshman, Nolan Walters. See a first mound visit for Norwalk with FCIAC Coach of the Year, Ryan Mitchell.
Like I mentioned before, in the regular season meeting, Staples won 11-9, which was mostly powered by Connor Brill's 2 home runs.
A very high-scoring matchup.
And at the time, Norwalk was, I believe, ranked 1 or 2 in the entire state. So for Staples to go to Norwalk, beat them 11-9, Connor Brill have 2 home runs. That's a pretty big statement win for them in the regular season. This time, the Bears looking for revenge.
And a huge injury for Norwalk is obviously the Iona Prep commit, Jackson Ermo. Unfortunately, tore his ACL in the basketball season. So just an unfortunate loss for the Bears pitching staff. Now first pitch to Nolan Walters with the bases loaded. Izzy's back in the windup. It's going to be an off speed for a strike. A great spot on the outside corner. Now the 0-1 to Walters. Fastball is going to be high for ball 1. Another off speed to Walters is going to be low and inside for another ball.
It's pretty bad positioning for Norwalk here.
2-1, another off speed. Walters drives it into center field. It's going to get down. That's going to at least score 1. And it does. Landgraf comes into home on the RBI single from Walters, but the bases will stay loaded for Bruce Schlegelmilch.
Norwalk in a lot of trouble early. If they can escape right here with maybe even only 2 runs scored, that would be pretty lucky. But with how good the Staples bats have been so far this game, I don't think that's going to be possible.
Thomas, there are still no outs.
Schlegelmilch, a guy that's usually pitching and who we may see in the semifinals matchup on the mound if Staples comes away with the win.
Pitch to Schlegelmilch, going to be drived into left field. Does it get over the fence? See ya, ball way over the trees in left field. Bruce Schlegelmilch with a grand slam. The Wreckers take the lead 6-0 with no outs in the first inning.
First pitch grand slam in the first inning. And it's a 5-0 lead.
6-0.
6-0 lead.
That ball was smoked.
It wasn't even close, Charlie. Most of the home runs on
Just
that blue monster over there
the
just sneak over. That one in-house territory, Charlie.
A no-doubter for Bruce Schlegelmilch, which clears the bases for Connor Brill. No outs in the bottom of the first.
And Norwalk can't even get a breath because they know Connor Brill had 2 homers against them in the regular season. This isn't looking good for the Bears early.
What a start for Coach McFarland and the Wreckers. First pitch fastball, and Brill's going to go for a ball. I mean,
and it honestly looked effortless from Schlegelmilch. I didn't even think he swung that hard.
No. I mean, the left fielder knew it. That was Josh Todd in left. He just was watching it go, and that was at the top of the trees. Another fastball is going to be high for ball 2.
That's insane.
Just an absolute shot. Another 2-1 pitch. It's going to be inside for a ball, so 3-0 on Connor Brills. Probably just going to get the take sign here.
You should have seen that Staples dugout when that went over. They were fired up.
Izzy gets his first strike on Brill. But it's still a hitter's count with 3-1. 3-1 fastball is going to get by Brill for strike 2. So full count. The Bears still looking for the first out of the inning. It's going to be a jammed on Brill. He's finally going to get the first out with Forte over at first. Just an easy pop-up. Finally, the Wreckers get the first out. Now it's Chase Landgraf, he's had himself a great season as well. Freshman on varsity, he's been playing unreal.
And I'm not just saying this because of the freshman, but the sophomore and junior class is really special. No matter what way Staples goes out, if they even do, the future is bright for Staples baseball.
First pitch is going to be a foul ball. Not a lot of effort there from the defensive side, but quick 0-1 on Chase Landgraf. Yes, the brother of Cole Landgraf.
Really solid fan section for both teams. I see a lot of green over on the hill at 70 North.
So a quick 0-2 count on Landgraf. Looking for the second out. Still in the first inning, by the way. It's Charlie Kern and Thomas Scott on the calls. This one's going to be drilled high into center field. Should be a nice, easy play, and yes, it is. So quick 2 outs after a Bruce Schlegelmilch home run, or should I say grand slam. Now it's going to be the center fielder for the Wreckers, Jack Jacobs. First pitch to Jacob, and this at-bat is going to get by him for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch is going to be a line drive into right center field. The Wreckers are just having a field day in the batter's box today. As Jacobs, it's his turn.
And guess what? Back to the top of the order with the FCIAC Player of the Year. Norwalk really just can't catch a break. That's what's so good. That's why Staples has made it this far. They're just so diverse in their batting lineup.
So the Wreckers looking for a 2-out rally after their no-out rally, scoring 6 runs with not giving up an out. See what leadoff hitter Jules Cicero can do. First pitch is going to be inside for a strike. Izzy takes a look over at Jacob on first, then delivers to the plate for another strike. Cicero goes down 0-2 early.
Izzy is committed to St. Joseph's University in Pennsylvania, I believe. Right now, hasn't been so successful on the mound so far.
Jacobs is gonna go. This one's gonna be really high to left field for Todd. Let's see if he can get a read on it.
Wow.
Pretty sloppy, but gets the job done. And finally, the Norwalk Bears get out of a 6-run first inning with the help of Bruce Schlegelmilch's grand slam. What a first inning for the Staples Wreckers.
They have had leads like this going into a given inning, and then quickly the score has shifted. I believe it was against Ludlow after Cicero's grand slam where they had a big lead, then Ludlow cut it back. And then after that, they took it away. So Staples kind of has to stay on their feet, keep it firing, and don't get too comfortable.
Landgraf just has to stay in his zone. Did very well in the first inning, even though just giving up 2 walks. Got 2 quick outs, and then an easy third out after the 2 walks. The Wreckers on a very hot start. They just can't let the foot off the gas. Is going to do their huddle around the pitcher's mound. They're looking to get this just second inning started. Six to 0 is your score. Charlie Kern and Thomas Scott live from 70 North. Leadoff hitter for the second is going to be Marcus Villafane. First pitch he's going to see is going to get right by him for a strike. He's an FCIAC honorable mention as well. It's going to be fouled back for strike 2. No car. So a quick 0-2 start for Landgraf. Another off speed's gonna get him looking. Landgraf, another strikeout, his second of the day, goes looking.
Villafane, an all FCIAC honorable mention. Doesn't matter for Landgraf. It's another strikeout from the mound, and nothing is going well for the Bears right now.
Now it's gonna be the first baseman, Dylan Forte. Another lefty-lefty matchup. Landgraf won another off-speed, but that one just stayed above the zone, didn't choke it as much, which is why it didn't break enough to drop into the zone. Count's now going to be even at 1, so 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out. So Landgraf comes set. The 1-1 delivery. It's going to be a fastball with some extra juice behind that one, it seems, Thomas.
It's a second one. It's been a little bit of a wild pitch, but both of them, he hasn't really had much to worry about because the bases have been cleared on both.
So 2 balls and 1 strikes on Forte. Another fastball is going to go for a strike. Landgraf with a nice payoff pitch. So now the 2-2 on Forte. Fastball is going to be high and right by him for another strikeout. And Landgraf is right where he wants to be in the second inning.
I thought that one was fairly high. I don't think Forte Had to swing on that one, but regardless, Landgraf stays dealing.
First pitch is going to be a ball. It's going to be Colin Stewart now. At the plate. And the 1-0 pitch is going to be a fastball just inside for another ball. So Landgraf down 2-0 in the count. Fastball's going to be fouled back right near where the scorekeepers are. So gets himself back into this at-bat. With 2 outs in the top of the second. The 2-1 pitch. Another fastball is going to go right down the middle for a strike. Not even a thought of swinging from Stewart. So Landgraf looking to go 1-2-3 with this next pitch. And he does. Foul tip and caught from DeTore behind the dish. A quick 1-2-3 inning after a 6-run first for the Wreckers, and they're just wheeling and dealing.
Saw a mound visit in the first inning, but Landgraf showing absolutely no trouble. Not just that, but we also saw the base hit single that scored Cicero in their 6-run first inning. And Staples right now has absolutely nothing to worry about.
Leading things off for the Wreckers, it's going to be Cole Landgraf, so he's really just doing everything right now. Had a nice single his first at-bat, and now he's leading things off after going 1-2-3 in the second inning. Izzy's going to be back on the mound. Just looking at the score of the Ludlow-Southington game, I believe it's 0-0 right now.
Staples has beat Ludlow earlier this season. I think they would much rather a Ludlow win than a Southington one. They know their guys much more. Southington, obviously a team not in the FCIAC, a little bit farther into Connecticut. But I think Staples would be much more confident going into a Ludlow game rather than a Southington one. And, you know, Charlie, kind of seems pretty fast, but once after that, if they get that Ludlow win, they're on to the state championship, which is most likely going to be against Prep. And like we mentioned, Prep is arguably one of the greatest Connecticut baseball teams we've seen in years. 100%. Gatorade Player of the Year. And I was looking at their roster the other day. I'm just looking down at every single player is just committed somewhere.
Exactly. And the Gatorade Player of the Year is going to play at Notre Dame.
Right.
And obviously they have the home run leader, Vinny Lombardo, who's going to play at UConn. It's just unbelievable. And the first pitch here back at 70 North to Landgraf is going to be a strike.
Staples has to take it game by game. Even this one, not over yet.
The 0-1 pitch is going to be a high fly ball right at Todd in left field. He didn't see it. It's going to get down. Landgraf's going to go to second. Just an unfortunate go overall for the Norwalk Bears.
Not much wind. Sun really isn't in that direction either. That one should have been caught, Charlie. But mistakes like this in a stage like this can't really fly. Good heads-up play from Landgraf. He wasn't really looking at it because I'm sure he assumed it was going to be caught. But once he saw it drop,
just kept going.
Kept going.
So just like the start of the first inning, the Wreckers have a runner on second with no outs. It's going to be Vega now at the dish. He had in the ground rule double that just hopped over the right field fence. Almost got out, but it was too low of a long drive, but a very impressive job of hitting from him. Landgraf with another healthy lead at second. No one's really keeping him close. The pitch to Vega's just going to be fouled back, and he wanted that one. That was a big hack from Vega. So counts even at 1 once again. Off speed to Vega is going to just be high for a ball.
A lot of these Staples and Norwalk fans really do anything for the shade. There's a couple trees out in right field.
That's about it, Thomas.
That everybody is under, which is very far from the diamond at 70 North.
The 2-1 pitch is going to be high. So Vega brings it to a really big hitter's count at 3-1, and he's looking to do a job here to maybe score Landgraf and increase their lead to 7-0.
Staples Lacrosse with a 2-1 lead in the second quarter against Wilton at Wilton.
The 3-1 pitch off speed. Vega just let it go for a strike. So full count for Dylan Izzy. Still no outs after Landgraf's fly ball to left field. The full count pitch is going to be high for ball 4. Landgraf's going to go to third. Fields gets a nice read. Is he in there? Yes, he is. Landgraf safe at third. A bounce in favor of Jacob Fields and Norwalk, but still unable to get Landgraf out at third.
Like the call from Staples there. Him, Cicero, and his brother are really speedy on the bases. And on a wild pitch like that, I don't see any reason not to go to third.
Now, Thomas, is that going to be it for Dylan Izzy? Yes, it is. A quick exit for Dylan Izzy after a rough start against the Wreckers.
So the St. Joseph's University commit is going to come out. Had a pretty good year this year, but right now, that could be the last mound visit of his high school career.
Now it's going to be Marcus Villafane, I believe, who's going to take things over for the Norwalk Bears. CIAC honorable mention this year.
I feel like the temperature has increased about 10 degrees since
100%.
Since the start. And that's the thing
And
with
the sun's
baseball
out
season.
as well.
I remember calling the home opener with Ethan Katzner, and it was freezing. Look at this. We're a couple games into the playoffs, and we're burning.
Mark Kelly is going to be the first batter to face Villafane. Second inning, no outs. Runners on first and third, and it is 6-0. Any final score predictions, Thomas?
For this game? I don't know. 10-2. Staples, they were first-round exits in FCIAC. In the first round of FCIACs to New Canaan, they had a lead early on, and then New Canaan just started firing. It was 16-5, I believe, was the final score.
That's right.
So Staples looking for some vengeance in their second opportunity of Connecticut tournaments.
A little bit of chatter from Norwalk fans. I don't think that's going to change anything, but who knows? So here comes Mark Kelly after his hit by pitch in the first. Looking to do some damage here in the second. Might see some action over from Vega at first. He's got some speed behind him as well. First pitch is going to be a fastball to Kelly. He's going to go for a strike. And I like the take there from Kelly because Villafane's first pitch in relief. Takes one look over at Vega. Now delivers to the plate with an off-speed pitch. And looks like it's looked good from here, honestly, but home plate umpire disagrees.
Thought it was a bit inside, but good eye from Kelly.
Counts 1-1. Runners on the corners. No outs. Kelly's going to get out in front of it, and it's going to be a line drive into left field. The Wreckers keep on pounding the Norwalk Bears early in the CIAC quarterfinals. It is now 7-0.
Pouring it on the Bears, Charlie. I mean, nothing is going wrong for Staples. It's not much to say other than it's just record dominance.
So now it's the freshman Nolan Walters back at the plate. So first and second. Mark Kelly on first, Vega at second. It's Nolan Walters at the dish.
Base hit here brings up Schlegelmilch for bases loaded. And we saw what he did with bases loaded earlier. Had a grand slam. New pitcher. Same hitter. I mean, you never know, Charlie.
It's not the wizard, Thomas. It's the wand.
It's not the wand.
It's not the
wizard.
wand. It's the wizard. Yeah, there we go. So back to a 1-1 count. Let's see if Nolan Walters can get on base here and load back the bases. It's going to be a ground ball. Is it going to be enough for a hit? No, it's not. A great play from Esco Emereno at second base to get the out. But moves the runners over, and that's just the first out of the second inning.
So not quite bases loaded for Schlegelmilch, but still a 3-run homer if he does it again.
I mean, that would be...
And going back to that first one, it was just launched. It wasn't even close.
It really wasn't. And it was on an off-speed pitch in his first home run. And they're going to intentionally walk him.
Goodness. Come on. Come on. Let's play baseball.
Now, Connor Brill had 2 home runs against Norwalk in the regular season game. So not really, I don't see the purpose behind that intentional walk. I know Bruce is a very threatening hitter. But Connor Brill has done some damage to Norwalk himself.
I didn't even know you could do that in high school baseball, but...
Loads the bases with 1 out. So looking for the double play to get out of this inning. Let's see what Brill can do. First pitch is going to be way outside for ball 1.
Still only 1 out, and the base is loaded with a 7-0 lead. Find a gap here, it could be 9-0.
So 1 ball and no strikes on Connor Brill. Fastball is going to be high for ball 2. So a hitter's count. No one really keeping the base runners close. Now 2-0 pitch to Brill is going to be right at the knees for a strike. Connor Brill looking to do some damage with the bases loaded. And the base hit would score at least 1. going to be popped in the left field. Let's see if Todd can read this one. Might see a tag up from Vega. As he's going to go, testing Todd's arm. Lets it go through the cutoff man, and Vega's going to score. Kelly's going to go to third, and they're going to get him. So that'll be 3 outs for Norwalk. But the run does score.
Yeah, Jaden Singh at third. I mean, I think if he caught that one and then threw it to the plate himself, I think it would have been a bit faster. But he decided to let it go.
So look at the Staples boys lacrosse. It's going to be 4-2. Rector's lead at half. And for the Ludlow versus Southington, that's going to be the next matchup. Whoever wins this game and whoever wins that game. But that score is still at 0 at the end of the 3rd inning.
Staples Lacrosse has already lost to Wilton earlier this season. But, I mean, they're coming off an FCIAC chip. It's going to be tough to stop them. Which, by the way, was unreal.
Insane, Thomas. We were on that call. It was just one. It was a lacrosse game.
That was the most fun I've ever had calling a game.
It was an insane lacrosse game. So it's 8-0. Going into the 3rd inning, it's Charlie Kern and Thomas Scott joining you live from 70 North at the Staples Baseball Field for the CIAC quarterfinals.
Landgraf warming up for the top of the 3rd, still showing no struggles at all.
Coming off a 1-2-3 inning, and honestly, Thomas, that was a pretty long time ago, which is crazy to say. What? Naper, right there. The night tea. Mom. So now it's going to be Dylan Izzy, the starting pitcher for Norwalk, leading things off in the 3rd. His first AB against Landgraf. First pitch fastball is going to be high for ball 1.
Izzy let up 6 runs in his mound visit.
The 1-0 pitch is going to be for a strike. Landgraf with a nice payoff once again.
Landgraf's fastball was a little slower than usual coming off his injury, but I really think he's starting to find himself in the low 90s again.
Line drive right at Brill. Nice, easy out for Staples once again. Looked like the 1st inning. So a quick first, and finally Norwalk's going to be right back at the top of the lineup with Kevin Gordon. Bates commit, first team all FCIAC. He's having himself a year. First pitch he's going to see is an off speed in the dirt for ball 1. So the 1-0 pitch is going to be another off speed for a strike. It's good from over here. 1-1, another off speed in the similar spot, but going to go for a ball. Just a tad higher than the last one. Wind's starting to pick up a little bit, but so is Landgraf. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brings that count to full with 1 out. So even though Gordon's going to have to protect the plate, could end up getting a walk. The fastball's going to be high for ball 4. So Norwalk gets a base runner on in the 3rd inning with 1 out. Now it's going to be Josh Todd. Landgraf takes a look over at Gordon at first. On the first pitch. Just kidding, another pickoff. Umpire calls a timeout. Still yet to see the first pitch of this at-bat. First pitch. It's going to be ball. Landgraf's just got to hit the strike zone and let his defense do the job. Another fastball is going to be high for another ball. Two balls, no strikes for Landgraf. On Josh Todd, make that 3 balls now. He's just got to slow things down, throw some strikes. 'Cause then he knows his defense will back him up. 3-0 pitch, fastball right down the middle. Gets back in this at-bat just a little bit. It's gonna be fouled back right towards us, Tom.
I got it.
Just on the hill a little bit. So now full count for Landgraf. He's battled back.
I believe if Staples can come away with the win, it'll be Schlegelmilch to pitch in the semifinals, but then I question who would pitch in the championship.
Runner goes on the full count pitch. It's going to be fouled back. That's a good question. Or maybe do they pitch Bruce in the semifinal?
I think it depends on who they play. I think if they play Ludlow, then maybe they pitch Charlie Fitch.
It's going to be Fitch and Snow probably. And then
Right.
maybe for the finals it'd be Bruce and Cole. But you also have Kelly who can throw a few. Trying to think of anyone else. It's going to be a ball 4. Another walk for Norwalk. So it's going to be runners on first and second with 1 out. It's going to be Jacob Fields, the catcher, who's going to try and get Norwalk on the board in the 3rd inning. Landgraf takes a couple looks over at Gordon on second and then delivers for a ball. The fastball is going to get right by Fields for a strike.
Fields wanted that one. Swung very hard.
Breaking ball goes behind Fields. So it counts now at 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. It's going to go for a strike. And Gordon had a very big secondary lead off of second base. So the 2-2 pitch on Fields is going to get by him for strike 3. Landgraf is getting back in his groove a little bit with 2 outs and runners on first and second, trying to end the inning with Jaden Singh now up to the dish. First pitch fastball from Landgraf looked good, but it's going to be just a bit inside for ball one. Takes a look over at Gordon. Now delivers with the 1-0. Another high for another ball.
2 outs, first and second for Norwalk. Still 8-0, only in the third inning.
Another pitch that looked really good. But another ball, so another 3-0 count for Landgraf with 2 outs. The 3-0 pitch, and he goes for another ball. So 4 straight balls on Landgraf, which loads the bases for Esco and Moreno.
Homer here, only a 4-run lead. I mean, I mentioned it, but Staples usually has a big lead in some of these games, but sometimes they just can't hold on to it. And I'm not saying Norwalk will get 4 runs here, but
it's possible.
It's possible.
So a lefty-lefty matchup with the bases loaded. And Landgraf's just gonna have to throw this one right in the zone and have his defense make a play. He's gonna have to make Norwalk really earn it. Fastball is gonna get by Moreno for strike 1. Another pitch looking good. But the zone's it's turning really tight for Landgraf.
Landgraf still has to realize that he has such a big cushion that you let up 1 run. Is it that big of a deal?
Dials things back in, brings the count even at 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs, and the bases are jacked for the lefty, Esco and Moreno. Pitch from Landgraf's going to be a fastball. It's going to be lined over in the shortstop third base gap. They're not going to test Vega's arm. They're going to look at third. They got him in a pickle. So Norwalk's going to score at least run if they get the successful pickle job done here, and they do. So the Wreckers only let up 1 run, and that base is loaded, 2 outs. Then they catch Josh Todd in the pickle.
Yeah, Josh Todd took 1 step off third, and he realized he couldn't make it. I don't know if the third base coach sent him, but they're talking with the umpires right now. I don't know what they're arguing, but Josh Todd immediately realized that he was going to be in a pickle. But first run scores for the Bears, and it's only a 7-run deficit.
I'm still talking over the last call. Leading things off for the Wreckers is going to be the freshman Chase Landgraf. Just had an easy pop-up his last at-bat. And Jacob right behind him, who had a nice single in the first inning. So here comes Chase Landgraf, stepping up to the plate, his first plate appearance against Marcus Villafane.
7-run lead for Staples, but they're dug out. Talking like it's a tie game.
So the first pitch on Landgraf, Chase Landgraf, I should say. It's going to be a fastball in the dirt. The 1-0 pitch on Landgraf. Another fastball is going to be high and inside for ball 2. Thomas, may I add, feels like it got hotter.
Probably did. Wouldn't be too surprised. But I'm thankful that the Staples baseball community has set up 2 tents with a cooler with a lot of waters, which I just delivered to my good friend Charlie.
Fane gets his first strike in this at-bat. Delivers another fastball. Landgraf a little bit out in front. So Fane comes back in this at-bat, brings the count even at 2.
Staples Lacrosse has a 4-2 lead at halftime.
So now this count's at full. Fane came back in this at-bat. Let's see if he can finish the deal. Chase with a grounder over to third base. A nice easy play for Jaden Singh as Norwalk gets the first out in the bottom of the 3rd. And a look at the Ludlow-Southington game, it's going to be the top of the 5th inning, still 0-0. So not a lot of action over there. But there's a lot of action here at 70 North. Jack Jacobs steps to the plate. First pitch going to be jammed. Hits off the top of the away dugout. No balls and 1 strike with 1 out in the bottom of the 3rd. That fastball is just going to be high. Brings the count even at 1. Off-speed pitch. It's just going to be low. Takes his time once again. So the 2-1 delivery is going to be another off-speed. Jacob almost went, but just held his bat back. So now it's 3-1. Big hitters count. As next up is going to be the leadoff hitter, Jules Cicero. 3-1 delivery is going to be cranked in the right center field. Center fielder is just going to get there in time. So a nice play from Kevin Gordon in center.
That one was also a pretty close play in the outfield. We saw the one earlier from Landgraf that was dropped in left field. But with the wind picking up, I feel like we could see a lot more of those.
So FCIAC Player of the Year steps up to the dish once again. This time a 2-out appearance. First pitch is going to go for a strike. The 0-1 pitch is going to be fouled back. Just misses a car, hits off the glass door of the school. The 0-2 pitch to Cicero is going to be low for ball one. Now think about Cicero, he changes his stance a little bit when he's in a 2-strike at bat. Brings his front foot out a little bit farther so he doesn't have to bring it back, so his load is just a little bit quicker and he can bring his hands to the ball a little faster as well. But he's going to chase that strike 3 and they're going to get the drop third strike out at first base as Cicero goes down once again.
Norwalk carrying a little bit more momentum heading into the top of the 4th. Still 8-1 from 70 North.
Going into the top of the 4th, we're going to see the middle of the lineup for Norwalk. They got to start putting some threats on the Staples defense if they're going to bring this game a little bit closer and have a shot to go to the semis.
Charlie, Staples Lacrosse is tied up at 5 with Wilton. Anything can happen in playoff sports, Charlie.
Now, Thomas, I'm sure you were, but I'm sure the rest of the world was as well, but that Knicks game last night, it was just
classic sell from Wemby.
Classic sell from Wemby. I mean, I don't know another time he sold, really, but
End of the game when
it was just a missed shot.
No, I mean, he also had a turnover that gave the Knicks the ball.
That's true.
Forgot about that one?
Yeah, that was probably a bigger sell, honestly.
It was, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
So Cole Landgraf's going to come back to the mound. He's just going to have to throw strikes, get some quick 3 outs because some at-bats he's having a little trouble finding the strike zone, which has led to a couple of walks. First pitch fastball is going to be away for ball 1, like I was saying.
Landgraf showed some struggle in the previous inning, but I think it's clear he's got a couple more in him.
Be grounded over to Cicero at second. A little bit too far for him to make the play. So Marcus Villafane, after going 1-2-3 on the mound, gets a base hit here in the 3rd. See a pinch hitter here. Mikey Harry's going to come to the box. He's going to be hitting for Dylan Forte. I don't know if that's also going to be a defensive switch. Pitch to Harry's going to be grounded to Cicero, looking to get the double play with ease, and they do. It's going to be a 4-6-3 double play.
Yeah, they got that with ease. Good job by Walters, heads up play. Make the tag at second, then a quick throw to first, and they got that by about, I'd say, 2 or 3 seconds.
Definitely a couple of steps. So quick 2 outs for Landgraf and the Wreckers. That fastball's just going to miss the zone. That one's going to be a nice payoff for another strike, so it brings the count back to 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs.
Another wild pitch from Landgraf. We've seen a couple of those, but this one, another one that hasn't caused any trouble for Staples with the bases cleared. Very loud cheer from somebody in the bleachers. I don't know who it is.
So the 2-1 pitch can be popped up to Walters at short, calls everyone off. Battles the sun a little bit, but gets the job done. So a nice 3 outs for Landgraf and the Wreckers defense as they're right back in to the batter's box for the bottom of the 4th.
Charlie Fitch has begun warming up in the left field bullpen.
I'm not sure why, honestly.
I think Landgraf can get through 5, and then I think Fitch will come in for 6 and 7. And I think Fitch coming in for 2 innings also leaves him up for possibly a semifinal outing.
Now the Wreckers have taken the lead back 6-5 with a goal from Hunter Pillai. Let's take a look at the Ludlow game. First up to the plate is going to be Cole Landgraf.
This is the second time that's happened where he's had to go pitch 3 outs and then come straight out to the plate.
At the Ludlow-Sulington game, it's still 0-0 in the top of the 6th. So yet to see anyone strike first in that game.
On the other hand, we've got 9 runs scored at 70 North.
Just in 4.5 innings. Or 3.5, excuse me. First pitch can be a ball on Landgraf. Fastball on Landgraf is going to go right down the middle for a strike. The 1-1 delivery from Villafane. Another fastball high for ball. The 2-1 pitch is going to be low for another ball in the dirt. Now hitters count for Landgraf. Let's see what he can do here. An off-speed pitch. Gonna dive right into the zone. Brings the count to full.
Villafane has done just slightly better than Izzy for the pitchers for the Bears.
Villafane came back in that at-bat and gets Landgraf to chase at a low ball. So a quick one out for Villafane and Norwalk, as they're starting to figure things out on the defensive side.
But again, Staples really just has nothing to worry about in a time like this. After this, just 3 innings to go, and they're headed to the semifinals.
So now it's going to be Vinny Vega. First pitch off speed from Villafane. It's going to be good. He's really found his off speed in this one, and using that to his advantage. It's going to be ripped over to Singh at third. Makes a fantastic play and makes an even better throw over to Forte at first.
Singh with a great play, but even Forte with it. I don't think he picked it off the ground, but
big stretch.
Big stretch. Big time defensive play. Yeah, Charlie, I think they're finding their momentum more and more as we continue later into this game.
It's now Mark Kelly. He's going to come to the plate for a 2-out appearance. First pitch is going to be driven in the center field. Is it going to be over Gordon's head? It's not. Kevin Gordon tracks that one down like a hawk, covers a lot of ground, and makes a nice play on the run. But that ball was roped from Kelly.
Pretty good play from the center fielder, Gordon, there. That's tough to track that ball. But he makes the play.
I mean, and look at VJ.
That is dedication. That is a good athletic director right there, providing some water for the umpires. Gotta love it.
Landgraf's going to come back in for the top of the 5th. Staples' very own Gatorade Player of the Year, Chad Knight, is in the vicinity. He had himself a very successful high school season. It's going to be Dylan Izzy back to the plate to start things off in the 5th. First pitch on Izzy is going to be a fastball right down the middle for a strike.
I think we also see Lucas Snow. You can confirm that out in the bullpen as well. So we saw Fitch earlier. This time it's Snow.
Another fastball is going to be inside.
Snow not usually the one to start games, so maybe they bring him in now so that Charlie Fitch can start in the semifinals. And he's well rested for that game.
The 1-1 pitch on Izzy is going to be high for another ball. Landgraf is just throwing straight fastballs in this at-bat. He's only thrown 1 strike. The 3-1 pitch on Izzy is going to be a fastball right by him for a strike. This brings the count to full. Landgraf looking to get the first out of the 5th. Landgraf comes set after getting the sign from Dottori. delivers with a fastball. He's going to rip this one in the right center. Can Jacobs get there? It's going to get down. So Izzy lights up the bat in the 5th inning.
Oh, that guy could hit as good as Doug Bernstein. It's crazy. Charlie wants interview. Charlie wants interview.
McGrath, first pitch. He's going to hit the batter. Kevin Gordon's just going to have a nice, easy trip over to first, and it's going to be runners on first and second.
Like I mentioned, he struggled a bit in the 3rd. Now we're seeing it a little bit again in the 5th. But I think until Norwalk scores 1 or 2 more runs, I think Landgraf is doing fine on the mound. Staples seniors have senior prom tonight. So if they can get a win here, head into prom, should be some fun.
It's going to get by Josh Todd. Hit off the backstop. And runners are going to advance now, 2nd and 3rd with no outs. And Norwalk's looking dangerous in the 5th.
Landgraf has had several of those pitches today. This is the first one that advances runners.
So now the 1-0 is going to be fouled back. Right near us again, Thomas. Really close to hitting someone.
Really, really close. It's really dangerous. I just feel like...
I mean, honestly, they didn't even move.
They didn't move. That's the thing, because
their head
it's
down.
tough to see it. Everyone's
No.
wearing sunglasses. Like,
You got to just look for the
it's
ball.
quick, but some of those people don't have that reaction time, Charlie.
You know, Thomas, they don't need to have a crazy reaction time because that ball was up there for a while. So 1-1 count on Josh Todd. The 2-1 pitch. He's going to catch the bottom part of the zone for a strike. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Landgraf's got to figure out a way to get out of this jam.
Josh Todd was not happy about that pitch.
Now the 2-2. Fastball just missed.
Staples fans letting him hear it.
So a full count once again. The fastball is going to be a grounder over to Walters at second. Looks over at Gordon. It's going to score a run, but not that dangerous on the Wreckers. So 8-2 Wreckers lead now. Runner at second, all alone for Jacob Fields.
Some slight hesitation from Walters there. Checked Gordon to see if he was too far into his track to third. Realized he would have got back to second and made a heads-up play to first. Smart play from Nolan Walters, just a freshman.
Fresh count pitch is going to go for a strike. Runner's going to go to third. Dettori's glove falls off. So Kevin Gordon's going to have an easy trip to third.
Was Dettori shaken up by that one? I think he was shaking his hand a little bit right after it, but...
He's had some thumb injuries in the past, I remember, when I had my baseball times. So...
Did you miss your baseball times? Or would you rather be in the press box here with me?
I honestly enjoy this a little more, Thomas.
Okay.
So the 1-1 delivery. Gonna just be right across the letters for strike 2.
Still a 6-run lead for Staples. find a gap here. Maybe make it 5.
And Fields is going to chase. And strikes out once again. So now 2 outs, runner on third. It's going to be Jaden Singh. Are they going to take him out right now? Looks like just another mound visit.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to take him out. Talk it over chants from the Norwalk fans.
I don't know about fans, maybe just a Norwalk fan.
Right. It's a pretty bold chant to be making down 6, but
Well, first pitch to Singh is going to be a fastball for a strike. Landgraf's just starting to deal once again. He's in his groove. Another fastball right down the middle. Goes for a ball, which makes complete sense, Thomas. Another fastball in the same exact spot for a strike. So 1-2 count with 2 outs. Runner on third for Jaden Singh. Fastball by him. Strike 3.
Which station you want? Where can I listen to?
90.3 FM. So Villafaine's going to come out for his 4th inning of pitching, and he's going to face Bruce Schlegelmilch as his first hitter.
Am I still hanging in there? Am I hanging in there? Am I,
So the question is, will we see Landgraf come back out for another one? He slowed it down a little bit in that 5th inning, but
Now, Staples Lacrosse is up 9-6 with 5.5 minutes left in the 4th quarter. So possible for both teams to advance to the state semifinals.
would be awesome for WWPT.
Now it's going to be Ludlow versus Southington is still 0-0
That's insane.
in the top of the
We're
7th
sure
inning.
Game Changer isn't like glitching or something?
Sure,
or
Thomas.
what inning is it?
The top of the 7th with 2 outs.
So most likely going to see
So Southington's going to
extras.
have the last licks in regulation.
Must be 2 pretty big arms out on the mound.
Well, it's going to be Nolan Walters leading things off, so excuse me. First pitch fastball is going to go for a strike. The 0-1. Foul ball. Strike 2.
yeah, you want any? Yeah, you want it? You guys want any?
Villafaine's going to step off. So gets the sign from Fields behind the dish. Now delivers for the 0-2. Is going to be in the dirt.
Like we've mentioned, Ludlow versus Southington for the winner of this game. Staples has already beat Ludlow, and I think they would rather play Ludlow than Southington.
A hard ground ball over to Forte. He loses it. It's going to be a error on Forte, and Walters is going to get on first. And now, Bruce Schlegelmilch, who pretty much broke this game open in the first inning with a grand slam.
First pitch grand slam, by the way.
First pitch he's going to see is going to be jammed inside, but it might get down, and it is. Josh Todd's going to dive at it, and they're going to send Walters. Is going to go all the way from first to home. Schlegelmilch with a double. I mean, he's having himself a day, Thomas. 5 RBIs in 3 at-bats with a grand slam. I mean, he got jammed, and that one went pretty much halfway in the outfield.
And I think Josh Todd just has to have a heads-up play and just realize that he's not going to get to that ball. He was pretty close to it, but having to dive for it, I don't think it's worth the risk. I think if he stayed on his feet, dropped back a little bit, then got the ball, I think he would have kept Walters at third. But tough play to make out and left.
We're going to see pinch runner for Bruce. It's going to be Michael Bonaventura for Staples. First pitch on Connor Brill is going to be an off speed, just outside for ball 1.
Brill had 2 home runs in the regular season meeting.
Second pitch is going to be a fastball right down the middle for a strike. So the 1-1 delivery from Villafane is going to be high and away for another ball. So runner on second with no outs. Connor Brill has the chance to bring the Wreckers up by 8. Another off-speed pitch. It's going to be good for another strike. So Villafane's really doing a good job with his off-speed. He's going to step off, just take his time. Delivery with another off-speed. Brill's out in front. It's going to be foul ball. So 2 balls and 2 strikes on Connor Brill. That one's going to be a fastball low and inside. Brings the count to full.
Umpire had something to say to, I think, either Coach McFarland or the Staples dugout.
Not quite sure the purpose behind that. The full count delivery is going to be a ground ball right up the middle, and it's going to go for a hit. They're going to send Bonaventura home. Test Kevin Gordon's arm, and it's going to be cut off. Brill's going to be going to second to throw to Fields. It's going to be way over his head in the center field. So an RBI single for Connor Brill as the Wreckers now lead 10-2 in the bottom of the 5th. We're looking at Mercy situation here soon, Thomas. I believe the Mercy through 6 innings is 8-run lead, and then through 5, I think it's 10. But I'm not 100% sure. I just believe that makes a little sense.
A mound visit for the Bears, but no pitching change. It is likely that we see a pitching change for Staples. We're not sure who it's going to be. We saw Fitch and Snow warming up in the bullpen, but Landgraf has done a very good job, only allowing 2 runs through 5 innings.
Now Thomas, Ludlow for Southington is going into extra innings. 0-0.
It's shocking. Must be some really good pitching in that game.
That means they're wasting their pitching.
That's right.
So whenever
Looks
they come
good for
to
Staples.
face, exactly.
If they win.
Still no outs. Runner back on second for Chase Landgraf. The 1-0 delivery from Villafane. It's going to be a fastball high for another ball. So another fastball low from Villafane. It's going to bring this count to 3-0 with Brill on second. The 3-0 delivery on Landgraf is going to be an off speed. Going to go for a strike. Pitch is going to be a line drive in the left field from Chase Landgraf, and they're going to hold Brill at third. So runners are going to be at the corners still with no outs in the bottom of the 5th, and I'm sure the Wreckers are just looking for a mercy here, which would be an insane momentum gain going into the CIAC state semifinal.
This is not quite the lead we expected from Staples with only a 2-run win in the regular season when Norwalk was really high in the state rankings. An 8-run lead in the 5th is not quite what we expected.
Now a pinch runner for Connor Brill is going to be Dean Patel. First pitch. Villafane comes set. First pitch fastball. It's going to be low and away for a ball. Count. Takes a look over at Landgraf at first. Gets back with ease. Landgraf's gonna go. Doesn't get a, Fields doesn't get a shot. They're gonna call Jacob out. Not.
I don't know what happened either, but McFarland was talking to the umpire. Jacob was just standing there, and then McFarland commanded him to get out of the box, and then Cicero stepped up. I'm confused. I don't know what happened.
I think the ball was still in play, and he just picked it up, which you're not really allowed to do. Yeah, I've never really seen that before.
Yeah, I don't know.
So second and third with one out, and Cicero, a chance to end this game, I believe.
Allegedly.
Oh, big hack from Cicero on the off speed from Villafane. So no balls and one strike with one out. Infield is in. Pitch from Villafane is going to be a fastball high, and Cicero's going to chase. So down 0-2 is Cicero. Landgraf, no one around him at second. Another Patel at third. That one's going to be ground ball, foul. Cicero stays alive in the 0-2 count. Still an 0-2 count with one out. Pitch from Villafane is going to be a fastball, and Cicero fouls it off once again off the building. The 0-2 pitch is going to be low for a ball. So after two strikes and two foul balls, Cicero gets his first ball. And taking a look at the Ludlow-Southington game, Ludlow just took a 1-0 lead in the 8th inning. So if Southington doesn't score, it looks like the winner of this is going to play Ludlow. The 1-2 pitch is going to be in the left field, high and deep. Left fielder going back off the wall. Patel's going to score. Landgraf's not. They're going to hold him at third. Cicero, what an at-bat. Down 0-2 in the count and just fights that off, goes all the way to the wall.
Nine-run lead for Staples, and we see a mound visit for the Bears. We're going to see a pitching change.
It's going to be Sal Matera taking things over from Villafane and Norwalk.
Charlie, I don't think there's a mercy because
Is it state they don't do mercy in the playoffs, maybe?
I don't know, but when they played New Canaan, it was 16-5. That's an 11-run lead, which is more than we have now. And
Or was it in the later innings?
I kind of forget, but I'm pretty sure it was 16-5 for like 2 innings. Maybe I'm wrong.
It's possible. It's possible if they get rid of it for the playoffs. Field's going to head back to their positions. Cole Landgraf's going to head to the dish.
Packed crowd at 70 North. I think there was one game that might have been more people than this, which was the Ludlow game because it was Little League Day. And there were a ton of little kids here, but this time's close. This is what playoff baseball brings.
Landgraf's going to see the first pitch from Sal Matero. First pitch fastball. He's going to drill it into right field, but it's going to be foul. Just a bit ahead of that. Next pitch is going to be inside and low for a ball 1. Next pitch is going to be an off speed. And Landgraf's going to be way out in front. That one's going to be strike 3 swinging. So Landgraf's going to go down on 3 strikes. And that's going to bring up Vincent Vega with 2 outs in the top of the, or excuse me, bottom of the 5th.
Cicero on second, Landgraf on third. And a 9-run lead for Staples in the top of the 6th.
Now 1-1's the count with 2 outs on Vega. Score still 1-0. Ludlow's in the lead in the bottom of the 8th with 2 outs. So Southington has a runner on first with 1 out left to have a shot.
So 2 more outs.
1 more out. Vega's going to have a nice piece of hitting here. Line drive in the left field. It's going to score 2. So now the score is going to be 13 Wreckers, 2 Norwalk, and it looks like we're going to still be playing some baseball, Thomas.
11-run lead in the quarterfinals. Doesn't really get much better in terms of momentum heading into the semis.
So Vega's going to be on first, and Mark Kelly's going to be at the plate, and he's going to get hit once again.
They just love hitting Mark Kelly.
It's going to be freshman Nolan Walters coming back to the plate.
It's been a very long inning.
So runners on first and second for the freshman. First pitch going to be fastball low and inside for ball 1. Another pitch, same spot as the last one, same result. So 2 balls and no strikes on Nolan Walters. Two and 0 pitch. That one's going to be high for ball 3. So 3-0, 2 outs. First strike of the at-bat. Three-one pitch to Walter is going to be high for ball 4. So another walk for Staples.
And here comes the Grand Slam man.
Don't you
Still
dare.
bases loaded.
Don't you dare.
I think this is his 3rd bases loaded.
No, second.
Second? I feel like his second one was close.
It was, yeah, it was. It was second and third.
Yeah.
High fly ball to second base. And that'll be 3 outs. Thomas, Ludlow 1,
Wow.
Southington 0. Bottom of the 8th, 2 outs, bases loaded.
Oh my goodness, that is cinema. Who's pitching? Is it Reed Sand?
No. Garriak?
Tyler Garriak.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's thrown 98 pitches.
Jeez.
So they've been using him the whole game. I mean, they got
Let me see.
M. Lafort. I'm not quite sure of his first name, but he's 2 for 3 on the day. It's bases loaded. They have a chance to win.
What's the count?
It's just, this guy just walked.
2 outs. All they need is 3 strikes.
This is
From Garriak.
This is what you dream of as kids.
Right. Cole Landgraf is going to come out after a phenomenal 5 innings. Only let up 2 runs, and Lucas Snow come out to the mound.
Lucas Snow looking to close things out for the 6th and 7th inning. I'm honestly I'm watching this game changer right now.
Should we start calling this game?
I wonder if there's a live stream.
I doubt there is. Where is this game being played?
Southington.
Yeah, I don't know.
Might as well take a look, huh? So Lucas Snow is warming up.
I think I like this call because, you know, I'm not sure who's going to pitch in the semifinals, but
It'll probably be Fitch.
it'll probably be Fitch, yeah. I would assume
and then
so.
maybe like Garrett Patterson in relief. Just try and save the arms, depending on the situation, obviously. Now it's going to be Joel Goldman leading things off for Norwalk. And the first batter that Lucas Snow is going to face. First pitch is going to be a ball. I mean, wow. Inside pitch. It's going to go for ball 2. So 3 pitches from Snow and 3 balls.
Charlie's unable to pull up the live
No,
stream.
I'm getting it.
You're getting it?
I'm gonna get it. 3-0 pitch. Lucas Snow gets his first strike. The 3-1 delivery is going to be the same spot for a strike, so Lucas Snow's battling back in this at-bat. Gonna force a ground ball over to Walters at short with a nice and easy first out. Lucas Snow comes back in that at-bat, ending up in an out for the Wreckers.
So it's official. Ludlow has beat Southington. And Staples is going to go on to play Ludlow if they can close this one out.
Now Lucas Snow is doing a great job finding the zone right now. It's that one back as now it counts even at 1. It's Marcus Villafane with a line drive right at Jack Jacob in center for the second out of the 6th inning.
And Staples versus Ludlow is a matchup we saw in the regular season. That was the game that Jules Cicero had 2 homers in his first 2 at-bats, one being a grand slam. So I would assume that Ludlow is going to pitch Stanton in that game.
So now Dylan Forte, a lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch fastball from Snow is going to go for a strike. The 0-1 delivery is going to be high and away for ball one. Now Lucas Snow gets Forte to chase. That 1-2 count with 2 outs. Pitch from Snow is going to be an off speed that just misses. That's going to be a grounder from Forte right over at Cicero. Makes a great play and easy throw over to Connor Brill at first, which ends the 6th. And I believe that'll do it. Will it? Just kidding.
We're going to finish this one out, Charlie.
What's up? They did. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be neutral. We see a new pitcher.
So do we know where that Ludlow game's going to be?
I mean, it should be a neutral because it's semifinal.
Right.
So I believe it's either going to be at Cubetta in
Stanford.
Stanford. And then, or in Waterbury, I think.
Right.
Which is, I mean, that's a long ways away.
That's a hike for 90.3.
2 years ago, myself, Matthew Stashower, and Sanchit Aurora hiked up there.
How far was that
For
drive?
the state semifinal.
That was your first ever call, was it, right?
That's true. And it was about an hour and a half, which felt like a lot longer car ride, especially with this situation I was in.
Can you please?
No.
All right.
It was just, long game.
Can you give me my hand?
Very
Can you hand me
interesting
that?
game.
And the. No, the whole thing.
This is really, really big folder you got. Why only on one side?
Why not?
So we're going to see I want to say Connor Brill lead things off in the bottom of the 6th.
Connor Brill will lead off the bottom of the 6th.
So Connor Brill in the lefty-lefty matchup. He's going to rip this one into right field. Just going to be an easy pop-up for Jacob Fields, who is now in right field instead of behind the plate. Now it's going to be pinch hitter Will Allett getting his at-bat. First pitch he's going to see his way in the dirt. Now the 1-0 pitch to Will Allett's going to go for a strike. Forte comes set on the bump and delivers. So now 2-1 with 2 balls, 1 strike, and 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. Pitch from Forte. Gonna be high once again for another ball. Three-one pitch. It's gonna be ripped foul, which brings the count to full. Another lefty-lefty matchup.
Excuse me, do you guys happen to be drinking that Gatorade? Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
What a nice kid.
I mean, I don't know why anyone would want that Gatorade. It's probably 100 degrees right now.
Well, it's gonna work a walk here.
There's a lot of people that come up to us when we're I think we got to get a sign that says live on air.
Yeah, it's honestly, they just start talking. Like they see us with all this stuff on.
I mean, if you see someone with the mics, I just feel like you should
just keep talking.
Right, right.
Like what? That's gonna be Chase Landgraf. It's gonna be a wild pitch from Forte as Will Allett. It's gonna take second base for free. It's going to be Mikey Vizzo actually up to the plate in replace of Jack Jacob.
Mikey Vizza, the third baseman behind Mark Kelly, who will step up into this role of being at third base next year.
We fouled back. Catcher's going to get there in time and make the play. Now back to the top of the order is Jules Cicero. Why not just hit one out? Thomas, any thoughts?
On.
Just everything. And another wild pitch from Forte.
I'm excited for the semifinals for both baseball and lacrosse.
Who is lacrosse going to play?
New Canaan.
Wow.
I know.
Four
I believe
times.
New Canaan.
Wow.
That's kind of insane.
Wow. Wow. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As Cicero's going to smoke this one in the center field. I don't think it'll be enough. It's going to be Kevin Gordon making a nice play in deep center field as we're going in to the top of the 7th.
Has been a 2-hour and 6-minute game.
I think we started a little early as well.
I
so it
do
could
think
be
we
long.
started a little early. Legs are getting pretty sunburnt.
Wow. Oh my God.
It's not that bad.
It's terrible. I don't get that. I don't think I'm that sunburnt. Nah, brother, that's all you. And Lucas Snow is coming back to the mound, looking to close things out for the Wreckers.
Three more outs, and Staples is headed to the semifinals.
That's right. I'm going to see a defensive substitution here. Xavier Somashaker is going to come in and play second base. And Cicero is going to move over to shortstop. Three more outs, Thomas. Now, going back to lacrosse, do you think they have the chance to beat New Canaan 4 times
I do, yeah.
without losing?
Really, both of these two spring sport teams can make the championship, and their path is kind of, it's there. Staples has beat Ludlow. And then baseball's baseball's beat Ludlow, and lacrosse beat New Canaan 3 times already.
Yeah, but Staples baseball's beat Ludlow once. And they've only played once. Well, this will be the 4th time that those two teams will be meeting. So I don't know if that's going to change anything. And after meeting in the FCIAC championship, that was almost the greatest comeback I've ever seen. Now Lucas Snow's trying to throw some strikes, but now he's down on the count with 2 balls and no strikes.
I would be surprised if a Staples versus Ludlow game is that far away.
Me as well, honestly.
I feel like they would definitely make a change for that, but
Colin Stewart up to the plate. His count's now 2-1. Make that 3-1. So we're also seeing a catcher change. It's going to be Logan Orr behind the plate instead of Paul DeTore. 3-1 pitch is going to be a line drive into left field. Vega's under it and makes the catch on the run. So a quick one out for Lucas Snow is now it's going to be Dylan Izzy up to the plate. He had to hit his, I believe he had to hit his last at bat. Lucas Snow gets Izzy down 0-2 early. Now the 0-2 pitch from Snow is going to be a fastball line drive right up the middle. So Izzy gets on with 1 out in the top of the 7th, and there's life.
there's not.
That's right.
Kevin Gordon hits it high in the right field. It's going to fall. A little bit of a dead zone between second base and right field. So runners on first and second with 1 out. Now it's Josh Todd in the batter's box. No delivery from Snow is going to be low and inside for another ball. Foul ball from Todd. So Lucas gets one back. Counts now 2-1. Catch Todd swinging. 2-2 now. 2-2 pitch from Lucas Snow is going to be an off-speed right over at Brill, and it's going to be a foul ball. So 2-2 count. Fastball from Lucas Snow. Fly ball to Jacob in center. That'll be the second out of the 7th.
One more. Never say never.
Never. That's Jacob Fields against Lucas Snow. First pitch fastball is going to go for a strike. Another fastball is right off the end of the bat. Foul ball, strike 2. The 0-2 pitch off speed high. High fly ball in the left field. And that would have been gone, Thomas.
I didn't even see it.
That would
Was
have
it
been
foul?
That would have been way gone. So still 1-2 is the count. And from Snow off speed, Fields fouls it off once again. Once again, the 1-2, another off speed.
Can't find the zone.
Wow, what a call. What a call.
One more strike from Lucas Snow.
Will it ever happen? Another foul ball.
I think we might be here all day, Charlie.
Got it, Jake.
2-2. High fly ball to Jules Cicero. And that will do it. Staples Wreckers will move on to play Fairfield Ludlow in the state semifinal. Your final score, Staples 13 and Norwalk 2. Bruce Schlegelmilch, probably the highlight of the game with a grand slam in the first inning, and then after that it was just, Wreckers all the way.
Right. Solid season for the Norwalk Bears. I'm excited to see what they're going to be able to do next season, but for now, I'm looking forward to the Staples Wreckers taking on the Ludlow Falcons in the CIAC semifinals.
And that'll do it. Thank you so much for listening. It's been Charlie Curran and Thomas Scott on the call on WWPT 90.3 FM. Have a great rest of your evening.